Hi everybody, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. I hope that you are all doing well this morning. I am sitting here with my coffee in hand, and as I was getting ready to do the plan with me, I was gathering some of my things and I was thinking, wow, I should do my favorite planner tools that I use and couldn't live without. Just a brief background, many of you who follow me on Instagram and on Facebook know that I have been a Franklin Covey girl for over 20 years, and every time I say that, it's getting closer to over 25 years. Wow. Oh, Jesus, help me. Anyways, I used to just have one planner, which I still have. I did a photo on my Instagram account of my planner stack, and in there was a classic size simulated leather black open Franklin Covey binder. I've had that binder since I was 19 years old. When I worked for Merrill Lynch, they handed me that, and I've used it ever since. Now, when I used it, it wasn't the way that I use it now. I just had, I don't even know which set I used, but I used dailies on 2 pages and would record all the transactions that I would do, and it was just kind of a good way to keep track of everything that I was doing. It wasn't until about 2016 that I jumped on Instagram and Facebook and started to see that there was a planner community and all these creative souls out there who were doing amazing things, and I started to kind of play around with my Franklin Covey and then fell upon my compact, which I love. Before, I used to just use a plain pin, and this was the type of pin that I would use. I've always liked extra fine pins, and it was just a pin and a paper and my planner. That was it. There wasn't any stickers, there wasn't anything else creative about it. It was strictly to keep the things that I needed in a calendar format so that I could go back and figure out, if I did something for a client or didn't, blah, blah, blah. So rather than bore you about that, without further ado, let's get into my favorites. Of course, I have to say that the reason why this little planner stack is here is because my favorite planner binder is Franklin Covey, without a doubt. Franklin Covey is my favorite. The leather on my binders, you guys know, I love to smell my leather, even to this day, and I've had this baby for a few years. This is the new Teresa Collins, and I love this binder as well just because of the pebbled simulated leather feel. I absolutely love it. And this is the vintage Aurora that I scored for pennies. Like, I can't even explain to you how lucky I was to get this particular classic vintage Aurora. And I'll go into it in another video, the differences between a real vintage Aurora and the new kind of second, third generation Auroras. Prominent one is that this is an unstructured binder, the vintage. And I think this is why I fell in love with this specific binder. So the good news about Franklin Covey for those Teresa Collins girls and for people who are new to Franklin Covey, there are some styles of binders that are just timeless. They're just classic. It doesn't matter how much time passes. I could sell this baby right now probably for about $250, $300, and typically they run $189 if you buy them from Franklin Covey directly. But a lot of their binders, the good, beautiful, classic ones, for whatever reason, I don't know, I wish I had the answer, Franklin Covey kind of discontinues them. It causes a frenzy. If you're new to the Franklin Covey, you'll know that there is the Arctic Bella and the pink blush Bella that forever will be unicorns. And I had the blue one and I sold it because it was too fragile. I didn't want to have a planner that I couldn't use because I was afraid that I was going to damage it. And I ended up selling it. So all the planners I have, I carry my planners with me. You can see my little compact. She's been with me for a few years. She's got scuff marks. She's not perfect, but that's the part about the leather and the wear. You'll see here when I purchased this vintage Aurora, it had some indentations in it, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't take away from how much I love the feel and the structure of this planner. So I absolutely, my number one, couldn't have a planner life without my Franklin Covey. And I have a few more. If you saw my Instagram post, I posted a planner stack yesterday, but these are kind of my favorite. So first and foremost, my Franklin Covey inserts and planners are my favorite. Okay, so now we're gonna dig into my pin collection. Lord have mercy. I know I'm not the only one. This is why I feel good about this, is because, normally you confess and you're like, oh, but I know I'm confessing and all of you guys are enablers and probably the same as me. Okay, so I have always loved this precise V5 rolling ball extra fine pilot. I've always loved them. I typically have a black, but my black ran out. So I used to live and die by these. These were the only pens I ever used, and I still love them. What I find is, depending on the quality of the paper that you're using, these may leak, and you'll be able to see it on the back of the page that you're writing on. These are great for note-taking, for things for work related note-taking. So these are the first pens that I started to use. Then I got into the Pilot Precise V5 RT. These I actually still use a lot in my planner, and I love them. Again, all of these will be posted down below. Let me get a blank sheet of paper and we'll test out. So we'll test out the blue one here. That is the Precise V5. That is, I love this. I love this pen. I can't even tell you why, but I love it. It's just, it glides so easily and it doesn't smudge. I just love it. So that was the second. That's when I started to really realize that the quality of the pen has some effect on how my planner looks. So then I really got into the G2. I think everybody knows the Pilot G2. The 0.38 is one of my favorites. I like very thin very thin lines, and the 0.38 is like my perfect. I have a couple of 7s and maybe a 5. No, I don't think I have my 5 near me, but I do have a 5. So these come in different sizes. Like this is the 0.7. There's the 0.7. And then here is the 3/8. See how clean that is? Like there's no drag. I love this pen. This is my all-time favorite pen. If it was erasable, it'd be even better, because you guys know how much I make mistakes. So this is my ultimate favorite. So I kind of gradually progressed from these pens to these to these. These two are probably my super favorite ones. And then, oh, this is embarrassing. Then I got into these, and these are Frixon 0.7 clicker erasable. So they're the clicker, the little gadget here clicks. I love it. But these are thicker, so they're more in line with the 0.7s. But I like them. I tend to feel that I like these in my planner because you can see things better. They stand out more because of the 0.7. And the good news is that they're erasable. So there's a little knob on the top. And there you go. So I love these. This is where I started. It was a whole new ball game, because I started to think, oh wow, I shared with all of you that I'm OCD and I hate my writing. It's so funny because this past week, while I was watching TV, I would practice writing slowly. And it was kind of fun and funny. My daughter and I were busting up laughing about it because our brains go faster than our hand can write. So these are the 0.7. Found these at Daiso. I absolutely fell in love with them. So once I figured out the Frixon erasable, I knew I loved them, but as I've been mentioning through this whole video, I like extra, extra fine. And so I found these online. And these are on Amazon. I will leave, like I said, I'll leave a link to everything down below so you guys can use my affiliate links if you decide to purchase. That would be much appreciated. And so these are 0.38. They're Frixon Ball Slim 0.38. So let me just pick these little guys up. Let me pick one that you can actually see on the camera. I love these. I absolutely love them. So they're, I don't know, they come in like 25 colors or something. And I bought them on Amazon. I absolutely, because they didn't have them at the Daiso store. And this has that finer tip that I like. So these are absolutely amazing, and they come in every color. So if you want to be able to write in your planner and have a theme of colors, you're able to use whatever color you'd like, and they come in all these amazing colors. So yeah, this is the evolution, right? So the 0.38 is my favorite size. So what I started to find is that I love color, but I typically stay with black. And with that, I used my one black, because in this set, there's only one black that comes in. And what I ended up finding is I use black all the time. So what does that tell you? That tells you that I'm a psycho. And I ordered, they have sets of all black. And so I ordered a whole set of black so that I never run out of black Frixion erasable pens, 0.38. So there you go. I'm psycho, yes. I love these pens. I can't even tell you. So I typically don't put all these pens in here. I keep maybe 3 or 4 black ones. The rest are hidden in my coffee table basket, planner basket. But for the sake of keeping these together. The other favorite that I have is my Sharpies. Again, extra ultra fine point. I like using Sharpies when I have stickers that are matte. Fine point Sharpies are my favorite. So anyways, these are my favorite pens. And then I have highlighters. There's one highlighter that I use predominantly for work, and it's just the basic Staples Hype chiseled highlighter. And I love it because it's just super bright. And then I have my favorites. So this thing, everybody asked me about this pencil pouch. It is one of my favorite. I got it maybe 3 or 4 years ago at Target during back to school time. So in here I have all of my mild liners, and again, I will leave a link down below. I got all of this on Amazon, and these are just different colors. They have 2 sides so that you can write if you want to in your planner, or if you just want to highlight a specific thing. Double-sided mild liners. I think I have like the set of 20 or 24, God knows, but I love these. I love these because if you have a specific theme going on for your planner that week, you can use the pens that coordinate to your planner. So I love those mild liners. Again, I get all this at Daiso. It's not expensive scissors from Joann's or anything. These were like $1. They work really well. I have a whiteout correction tape from Tombow that I absolutely love. Again, I'll try to link everything down below in my description box. I have permanent adhesive. This is also Tombow. This is expensive, but I love it. I absolutely love this. And then I had these long ones that I had at Michael's. They were a set of 3 and they broke. So, but I had them for years. So I have this now mini blade. You guys know when we're using stickers and stuff. And of course I have like 2 sets of tweezers to adhere stuff. So I'm gonna try to move all this out of the way. Lord have mercy. Do I have a pen addiction? Kind of. So we've gone over planners, we've gone over pens, my pencil pouches. Let's go over big tools. And the first one is my Brother Label Maker is one of my favorites. I absolutely adore this. It has so many different fonts. There's so many different things you can do with it. I absolutely love this. I typically use clear tape and white tape. White with black writing and clear tape with black writing. It's one of my favorite tools. If you have the budget to do it, grab one because you can do so much with the lettering. There's script, there's typewriter, there's different lettering that just is amazing. So I love this Brother Label Maker. I also have my Recollections. It's so old, the numbers are coming off. It's probably time to get rid of it and buy a new one, but if it's not broke, I'm not gonna do it. I just replace these little blades every so often, but I've had this for years. This comes out and it's just great. And I use it a lot to print my own inserts and to cut them down, to personalize my inserts right before I laminate them. So a good cutting board is really important. I was gifted this for my birthday, Christmas, I don't even remember when, and it is a tab punch board. All of the tabs that I make myself, I make with this tab punch board. We are memory keepers where you do the tabs, the different sizes that you want. You have side tabs, quarter rounders. You have this little guy who will then cut it accordingly. I'll do a video on it because I have a lot of people ask me on Instagram about my tab. This is one of my favorite things. I don't use it often. I'm not one of those people who makes a lot of different tabs. I have a few sets that I made and I love, and I interchange them out throughout the seasons. So you kind of go like this. You start the first one. You get that. There's little guides here that show you what size it is, small, medium, or large. So I typically do these for my compact. So I kind of do like a medium or a large depending. So there's the medium size. And then you take this little gadget and you line it up like this. You put the blade, because this has a blade in it, and you do that, and there is your tab. I'll do a video because I don't do like this. I fold it in half and make sure that it's double so that I can tape it to my page. But that is what this is. This is the tab punch board. It is one of my favorite things because it's allowed me to make tabs for my specific binders. My hole punch, I have a Franklin Covey for my classic. I bought this at Michael's Recollections. It fits all personal size inserts. So for your compact or your personal size planners, this is universal for personal size. This is classic size. It's not an A5, it's very different. So these are my two utilize all the time because I print inserts, I create inserts, I do all kinds of stuff, and I use my hole punches all the time. So these are for sure a must in my world. The other few items, these clear dividers, they're depending on how you want to use them, they could be top tab dividers or they can be bottom tab dividers. I use them at the bottom because I like to quickly go to the areas that I want. You can see them here, specifically in my, these are specific to my classic size. So I have gotten so many DMs on my Instagram account regarding these inserts, these frosted tabs. The gal wasn't open. She'd closed her shop for a minute, and I just saw her Instagram post that she has opened her shop back up. I'll leave a link below. I put it on my Insta stories on Instagram, indicating that she was back up and running. But for all of those who are asking me about those tabs, you can go order them now because she's available. The other favorites of mine are these. These are my absolute favorites. These are from Poppins. I got them at Staples. These I think I ordered from either Amazon or Container Store. I might have gotten them from Container Store. I'll double check where I got them before I put the link below in our description box. So these two I love. These you can put the label maker and make something on them. That's how small your label maker can go, that you can put a clear tab over this and have things. These are built-in tabs. These I don't necessarily use a lot. They're flimsy. They're not strong enough for me to be using them all the time, but I do love the color of them. So there's times I just add it for color appeal, not necessarily for functionality, which is why it's very rare that I use them. But these I use all the time. These are like with me all the time. So I love these little flags, page finders, flags, tabs, whatever you want to call them. And then the next and last, before I wrap this video up, because I feel like it's probably long, at Daiso, I get all my favorite stickers. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some Etsy shops that I love. I recently did a YouTube video with the YouTube stickers and the social media stickers, and I love finding mini size stickers for my planners. I don't like huge stickers in my planner because, as we've talked before, my planner is a functional planner, you guys. Like, I can't have all these stickers everywhere, and then when I need to write something down, I can't because the stickers have taken over my page. Like, I can't do that. It has to be functional before it's cutie patooties. So this is why I like Daiso, because a lot of the Daiso stuff is either non-permanent, I can remove it. These particularly are these sticky notes. They're large, there's 20 in a pack. I can put these through the printer on a normal page and print things. Like, I have one that has my morning routine. I have one that has my kids' schedule. And they're just nice to have under my family tab where I can quickly look and I can move them. For instance, if I'm going somewhere and I need to remind myself of Jaden's schedule that particular day or that week, I can remove this and stick it onto my week view and then place it back whenever I want. And it doesn't destroy it. It's not recreating the wheel by having to do another one. It's a sticky note, but it's clear and I actually love it. I think I have one in here. Yeah, so here's this is my compact, and this is actually the smaller size because I have two sizes. This is the large and this is the smaller size, and you can see it is a sticky note, and it's kind of frosted, and I printed on it and it's beautiful. So I love these at Daiso for 99 cents, $1, you guys. These are well worth it because you can kind of use and print them as you need. So love those, love, love, love. And again, I have the two sizes. I just couldn't find the other size, but these are the large. There's also a medium and there's also really tiny ones, but I find those are kind of hard to write on. The other thing that I absolutely love are these very tiny stickers. You've seen me use these before in my planner. I use them all the time. They have birthday, they have dinner meetings, coffee, beer, travel, money. They have so many different things. They have these, I love these little circular kind of accents to dates. I cannot function without these. Every time I go to Daiso, I have to buy a set of whatever. I buy them out. Like, if they have 15, 20, I buy all of them because I know these are ones, they're transparent and they don't take up space. They're just there to highlight. They're there to just remind me, and I love them. They're the pop of color I need without taking up any room. So I love, love, love these Daiso stickers. Daiso also has these tacky stickers, which I've used in my monthly views back in the day. I would cut them in half and write appointments and put them in my monthly view. And recently Bella's doctor canceled. I don't have to scratch it off or put a canceled over it or rescheduled. I simply have to remove the sticker and place it into the new spot. I like things that are removable. I like things that aren't permanent. These unfortunately are permanent. Once they stick on, you're not going to get them off. It'll damage your planner. But a lot of the stuff that I do to fill in the areas are removable because life happens. You cancel, especially with COVID and the pandemic right now. Life happens, doctors cancel, you cancel, appointments cancel. And so these removable things are life for me. These were also at Daiso, and they're the little transparent dots. You get like maybe 2 or 3 in a pack for $1. I'm on a debt-free journey, and as much as I'd like to order these from Cloth and Paper or people online and help small businesses, I really want to do that when I can. But when I can get these transparent dots at Daiso for $1 as opposed to paying $3 or $5 for a sheet, I'm gonna go with Daiso because I need that consistency in my planner. These work for me. If I can show you how I use it. This, for instance, is my wellness area, and I just kind of highlight the month as we go. I have it also on my month at a glance view. I highlight the days that I have payroll rather than saying payday. I just know that all the yellow dots that are highlighted on the dates are my paydays. So again, I try to use things that will not take up space that I have to write in, but are reminders, and these dots are life for me. I think that is all that I have for my favorites. Besides my phone and all my camera stuff that I use to do these videos, these items are all items that keep me, you know, and again, I noticed my kids and I laugh because I noticed that I'll start a sentence and then I just stop and start a new sentence. And this is my brain. What is that funny caption that says, you know, like my brain is like a computer screen. I have 10, 15 tabs open and I never know where the music is coming from. That's me. Welcome to the party, folks. So these are all the tools that I use on a daily basis for my planner. I love them. I didn't get these just suddenly. I got them over time. Those of you that are starting, like the Teresa Collins girls who are just starting, you don't need to go buy everything all at once and get yourself into debt. I'm really one about waiting for a sale, waiting for coupons to come, buy these when there's a sale, do your research. I'll leave links below and I would love for you to purchase them through my affiliate link, but I also want you to save as much money as possible. So do your research. And if you want to if you can find these things somewhere else where you're going to save some money, by all means, do that. It's more important that you have the tools that you need that are going to make you happy and make your planner life simple and easy. This is kind of my tools of planning for me, and it works. So I hope that you've gotten some insight. I hope you found some things that you love. I'd really like to know what you love, and you can leave a comment below and let me know what are items that you use. Are they similar to mine? Do you have a favorite pen? What tools do you need that you must have in your planner that I probably didn't include? I'd love to hear what you use in your planner tool set. I'd love to hear from you. So if you like this video, please be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.